The title of is How Opinions on Movies Compare Between Twitter and Internet Reviews. Our process. Then third, what kind of movies we picked. Fourth, our executive. So what is our pick? Well, seeing our opinions on movies between Twitter and Internet Reviews by analyzing tweets. Second, how we got it. We made CSV files through, then converted those to make a graph, and finally, as you've seen from previous teams. Third, movies. Remember, got to pick one movie, and these are the ones we picked. First, Frozen, then Jumanji Next Level, then It Chapter 2, then... So this is our execution, and the result we got. As you can see, there are two graphs. One's on the left, and a bar graph on the left, and a dot graph on the right. So what does the bar graph mean? Well, the bar graph indicates the positive tweets and negative tweets and neutral tweets we got. And the right-hand graph, the dot graph, the left-hand side of the right graph is average, and that average indicates the average of the most prominent internet review sites. Then all is an average of all positive, negative, and neutral tweets we got. Then the positive and negative is an average of only the positive and negative tweets. Then mid is an average of both all and positive, so we can get a more accurate reading of our data. So what we need to compare is the average and mid are the two things you guys need to look at. And as you can see, we got an 8.3 was the average, and mid was 7.5, which is pretty close in my opinion. Next up, Jumanji Next Level. And this is a similar story to Frozen. As you can see, the average and mid are both really close, 7.8 to 8.38. Now here's where things get a bit interesting. So we have Last Blood. And as you can see, there are an overwhelming amount of positive tweets compared to the negative and neutral tweets. So we thought, but the average is only a 6.5. So what gives? Well, what we thought was because Rambo Last Blood is a reboot of an old movie that came out in the 1990s. So maybe there are maybe only the people who are really into the first place went to see the movie, thus leaving positive comments on Twitter. But the overall movie was a worse movie because that doesn't factor in those people. And It Chapter 2. It Chapter 2 is a bit different too. As you can see, the positive and negative, there are a lot of negative tweets. Even though it's... Oh, sorry. The overall rating isn't too low at a 7.4. So why did we get a 6.76? Well, what we think is because it's a lot darker theme of a movie. When searching tweets, people used a lot more negative words to describe the movie in general. So since the Tweepy API can't cipher through context and only looks for words, we got an overall more negative result. The same goes for Parasite, but a lot more exaggerated. As you can see, the average was extremely high, 9.2, but what we got was a 6.77. That's really low. And we think the same thing happened for Parasite as well. Although there might have been a bit of confusion between Parasite and the animal Parasite, so there's that. So last, our review and what we... First off, our results we think correlated pretty well with the actual reviews. Second, the darker the theme of the movie, the more prominent the negative expressions. What does this mean? As I just explained, the darker the theme of the movie, we got a lower review score because of that, because of more negative expressions. So third, a smaller sample data makes bigger population information. We think even through this small amount of data, we can get the general consensus of the overall population. And last but not least, advertisement and marketing. Even with this small data, it can probably still be pretty lucrative in advertising and marketing. Thank you.